for the most.
What was it like growing up? Like if you
find,
grew up Coney Island,
right?
What type of neighborhood was it? What type of?
It's not an island like Hawaii.
No.
Well, you know, like I'm trying to tell you that even that's difficult, you know, because I grew up from you know, being born and then 11 years old. So from, you know, conception to 11, I lived in a different community. I lived amongst, you know, Puerto Ricans, blacks, whites, and you know, it was a smorgasbord of culture, you know, which, you know, technically people could call it the ghetto, but to me it wasn't a ghetto. It wasn't like that, you know, when I was growing up in Coney Island. And then at age 11, I moved, and where I moved with Jews and Italians, you know, so it's like, you know, one culture to another culture.
Yeah.
And, you know, so my parents never distinguished, you know, black and white to me, you know, so I grew up just thinking that you're just lighter than me. That's all. I'm darker and so forth and so on.
Right.
You know, so it's like, you know, we always had, you know, when I was living in the ghetto, my next door neighbor was Jewish. Mm-hmm. You know, my best friend was a white guy. You know, when I moved to the new area, which is like Sheepshead Bay, I still had best friends as white guys. But then I was going to church, so I had black people who were friends on Sunday.
All right.
You know, so it's like you hang out with these types of people during the week, you hang out with these types of people on the weekend. You know, so that's why it's like, you know, it's like how can you start? You know, because you have different cultures. You know, you grow up here. You have these people, and that's how you are until you graduate high school. It wasn't that way with me. It was always a mixture. It was always various different people coming in and out of my life. You know, so it's different cultures, different music. These guys like rock. These people like hip hop. These guys listen to Eagles. These guys listen to AC/DC. So it's always a difference, a broad. You know, it wasn't like just cut and dry. You know, so and you find out different people like different things. Different people eat different things. They cook different ways. You know, so I grew up eating kosher pork. It's impossible to kosher pork, but I grew up eating kosher pork chops. My mother koshered her pork chops.
Wow.
You know, so I mean, you know.
Listen, guys, we're doing great things here at the Lamplight Productions, and you can be a part of it for the low price of $0 and 0 cents. Because all you gotta do is subscribe, ring the bell, ding dong. You can't go wrong, or don't. It's a free country. Do whatever you want. Though I don't know how you can live with yourself.